call this evening's meeting to order. This is the regular city council meeting of September 5th, 2023. Can I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Bembas.
Here.
Councilman Blair.
Here.
Councilman Carter.
Here.
Councilwoman Davy.
Here.
Mayor Gillis.
Here.
Councilwoman Harris.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin.
Here.
All present.
Can we have a moment of silent prayer? Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we begin, I forgot to mention that Councilman Blair has to leave at 8 p.m. due to his work schedule. So most of our meetings do not last till 8 p.m., but if he does get up to go, that is because he has to go to work, so I just wanted council to be aware of that.
Oh, I get it.
So, now we need a motion to approve this evening's agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We have an agenda. We have one presentation tonight. The presentation is the Algonac Asset Award for Amber George, given by Councilman Mike Bembas. Hey, Amber, come on out.
I have a whole thing written out, but I'll read some of it, but I'm gonna speak from the heart. Amber George was nominated by me for kind-hearted volunteerism for so many groups and organizations. Amber began volunteering during her senior year at Algonac High School, helping at the Algonac Clay Library and the St. John River District Hospital. She continued to focus her efforts as a volunteer for the Macomb County Meals on Wheels program, the Arc of St. Clair County, Soaring Dreams in St. Clair, and our first Evangelical Lutheran Church's Clothing Bank. You didn't think I pronounced that right, did you? She participated in the Walk a Mile in My Shoes rally in Lansing, Michigan, to support public awareness of mental health matters and changing the use of the term mentally retarded to developmental disabilities, and plans to participate once again on September 13th. By Walking supports public behavior health care, highlights the need for increased funding for mental health services, and raises awareness of behavioral health needs. As a former chairperson of RICC, the Regional Inclusive Community Coalitions, she is an advocate for mental health, as well as an advocate for her peer group. Her activism and willingness to step up and lend a hand at her young age is truly inspiring. Before I read this, I want to say Amber, I've known her for a while, but I've had the chance to really get to know her working at the Algonac Clothes Bank. She's there every Monday, works harder than I think anybody there folding clothes, takes charge and teaches us how to fold clothes, tells us the best place to put the clothes after we fold them, has really made her own. And we would not be doing as good with that without you. And I'm so glad you decided to volunteer and help us with that. You know, she's right there into it, and it's like, oh my God. And the rest of us old people sit down and say, oh my God, I've got to sit down and get a cup of coffee, whatever. She's still in there folding and going through it. You are so appreciated in that. So the Algonac Asset Award. The city of Algonac presents this award to Amber George for your kindness and dedication for the volunteer work you do for numerous organizations, including the Arc of St. Clair County, Soaring Dreams, First Evangelical Lutheran Church Clothes Bank, and the Algonac City Library, just to name a few. By volunteering to help, you not only share your compassion for others, but you contribute to helping those in need in our community. Your support is a tremendous benefit, and your willingness to lend a hand to so many worthy causes sets a positive example for us all. Thank you for doing such a great job. We're proud to call you one of our own, and that's signed by our mayor, Rocky Gillis. Amber, do you have any words of wisdom you want to give us? No, you're just happy to give.
Look at this.
Mayor, because you care so much, you make me a better person, and I thank you for that.
I wasn't expecting that. I know, definitely.
Do you want her to come?
Sorry.
Congratulations.
Good job, Amber
Good
George.
job.
Hi, everyone.
I'm actually gonna.
Amber, you have to stay for the whole meeting?
I
Amber,
gotta,
you have to
I
stay for the
gotta
whole meeting.
walk.
Looks like I'm out of here.
I gotta-
Hey, Don, sorry, but I got another appointment.
Okay, look. Oh, that was so cool of him to do that.
That's very nice.
That was so cool. That was tough.
Congratulations. All right. Next up, we have public comment. Anybody who would like to speak before the board, you have 5 minutes to speak. State your name and address. Council will not respond, but will follow up accordingly.
Jacqueline Vanessa, 141 Venetian Way. My property borders 139 Venetian Way, where a City of Algonac road storm drain outfall pipe has collapsed, as reported to DPW in April, 5 months ago. This collapse has caused water to erode my neighbor's property because the water from the road can't get to the canal. A sinkhole the size of a riding lawnmower now, after all the rain, is a result of not fixing this problem. Now it's my problem because of my property. The erosion is affecting my yard and shifting my deck. The drain has been put there to effectively drain Venetian Way. It's a private property, but the road affects 11 houses. The drain has been put there to drain the road. It came with the paved road when the island was created. I'd like to thank the city council members Blair, Bembas, Harris, and Martin, who had the integrity to come and visually inspect the site. Mr. Mayor, we'd like to thank you also for sticking your arm down in the hole to verify it was a 6-inch steel pipe and removing a dead rat. That's a problem also. We invited Attorney Downey and Mrs. Gerstenberg, along with Josh Stewart, to view the sinkhole. Josh can explain to you so you can understand this drainage system. It will help you make an informed decision, not one based on an inaccurate map. We found that the MS4 map is inaccurate. This was proved on August 17th when Eagle came with the water department supervisor, Josh Stewart. My husband and I physically drained those two drains to show the problem to Eagle. When Eagle saw the problem, they and the water department agreed that this is a city drain. It was clearly established that needs to be maintained urgently. Another 3 weeks, no response. I'm sure this council and the city attorney is aware of a term called prescriptive easement. It's a legal term that describes under Michigan law any entity that uses a portion of land uninterrupted for a statutory period of 15 years can claim prescriptive easement. I've lived here 30 years, and the use of this land to maintain this drain has never been disputed by the last 4 owners. In the city manager's report of August 3rd, 2023, apparently the city attorney states, as you, Mr. Vernier, Councilmember Harris, and I have discussed, we must not spend our limited resources on private property repairs. This is not a private property repair, it belongs to the city. He recommended, the drain pipe crossing 139 Venetian Way is only 4 inches in width, which strongly indicates it's not installed by the city. These measurements are of a gutter drain, not the 6-inch steel pipe that exists in the outfall. So that's inaccurate information. Then he goes on to say, I understand that the DPW estimate that the time to fix the issue would be approximately 2 or 3 hours and $100. This is also, tells me, he writes, the property owner may fix the pipe at its own cost, remove the line from its property entirely, cap it, or do nothing at all. This tells me the attorney is unaware that this drain affects 11 houses. So the map is wrong, the attorney got the wrong information, and the decision's being based on that. Please update and correct the information that the city attorney has, it's so vital. This council has the ultimate power. We would expect that you could make a motion that an easement be created at 139, so that both of our properties can be salvaged. The state of Michigan prescriptive easement also allows repair of the collapsed outfall pipe to happen immediately. So just to recap, your drain pipe collapsed, it's flooding and eroding our properties, incorrect information was given to the lawyer, and the Michigan law gives you a prescriptive easement. It's almost as if we're being discriminated against, is that what that's what it feels like. We need immediate follow through, we're not gonna get anywhere without follow through. Please, no more political procrastination. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to speak before the council this evening? All right, seeing none. City manager's report, Mrs. Gerstenberg.
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. This evening we have a PowerPoint presentation for the Algonac Fire Department 2024 Proposed Special Assessment District. So we are talking about the future of the fire department. In 2024, the residents will be asked to shape the future of the City of Algonac Fire Department through a ballot proposal to provide dedicated funding to maintain medical first response services and fire protection. Right now, when you call 911, the fire department responds within 3 to 5 minutes. Obviously, the faster the response, the better for you. The faster the response to a fire, the less damage to your personal property, and the faster the response to a medical call, the better your chance for survival. Calls for medical services have increased. In Algonac, they have increased 118% since 2010. It is difficult for staff to maintain our current service levels. As a result, some St. Clair County communities have decided that they will only respond to medical calls if the local ambulance provider cannot respond within 8 minutes. Algonac wants to continue to respond within 3 to 5 minutes. Paid volunteers are no longer the answer. For many years, the department operated with paid on-call volunteers. Most volunteers work outside of the community now, and they have limited availability. It's hard to find people who want to do a part-time job, and it's even harder to find applicants that can even pass the background checks. We are trying to maintain service as it is. However, city revenues grow at 2% or less annually. Why? Because city property tax revenues are largely capped by the annual rate of inflation under Michigan's Headley Amendment. As a result, Algonac still collects fewer tax dollars today than they collected in 2007. So what is proposed is a ballot proposal on February 27th, 2024. What is proposed is a 1 mil special assessment that would cost the average residential home with a $62,000 taxable value $62 per year, or $5.16 per month, or just 17 cents per day. So this is the proposed ballot language. Shall the City of Algonac establish a special assessment district pursuant to Michigan Public Act 33 of 1951 as amended, consisting of all the lands and premises within the municipal boundaries of the city until terminated by City Council, with the City Council determining annually a levy amount between 0 and 5 mils to defray the cost to continue medical first response services and fire protection at levels needed to adequately protect and serve the residents of Algonac, with 1 mil assessed in year 1. So what exactly is a special assessment? It is a charge levied on property within a specific area. It is not a millage. A millage is considered a tax. So some of the frequently asked questions. How will I pay for the special assessment if it is imposed? If it is passed, the special assessment will be added to the 2024 summer tax bill. If I have exempt property, am I exempt from the proposed special assessment? This assessment cannot be imposed on property that is currently exempt from property taxes. Is the city allowed to enact a special assessment district for fire services? Yes, per Public Act 33. What are the boundaries of the special assessment district? That would be all of Algonac. I am a veteran, exempt from property taxes. Am I exempt from this proposed assessment? No. Don't I pay enough taxes? Well, the overall millage rate for Algonac will remain the lowest of all St. Clair County cities with this special assessment. How many years will the proposed special assessment district last? It would last until it was terminated by city council. Do other St. Clair County cities or townships have separate millages or special assessments for police and or fire? Yes, they do. 3 of the 8 cities and 18 of the 23 townships in St. Clair County have separate funding for police and or fire. What happens if this ballot proposal does not pass? Service will not be able to continue as is and response times will be slower. With that, we're asking people to vote on February 27th, and does anyone have any questions?
So what we're saying is when we say $62,000 taxable value, that would mean $62 per year if the house is rated at about 124,000, 125,000. You know, if you look it up on Zillow.com, give or take. And the other question I have is, the city council can determine to not collect it anymore. So, say that happens in the future. Then, we're in a situation where we need to collect it again. Can the city council vote to do it again, or does it have to go to the people again?
Councilman Bembas, every year, like before you approve the budget, there would be a public hearing where you would examine the cost for the fire department and determine whether or not you wanted to do 0 or 1 mil, 2, 3, whatever number you decided was appropriate. If you decided to do 0, you would just reevaluate again the following year. So you wouldn't necessarily eliminate it, you could, or you could just say we're gonna stick with 0 for
Okay, so,
this year.
but a future council couldn't say, okay, we wanna raise it up to 5 mils without it going to the people. Or we would have that power.
The city council would have the ability to go anywhere between 0 and 5.
Okay, and even if it went down to 0 because of some unforeseen circumstance, it's gotta go back up. This does not have to go back to the people. The council could vote to raise it up again.
Correct,
I see.
correct. But it would be decided based on expenses at the budget hearing every year.
I see. Thank you.
So, if I'm hearing you correctly, every year we have a public hearing on this exact issue, so the public would have input into the.
Yes, every year there would be a public hearing which the public would be able to provide input on that particular millage rate, yes. It
Okay.
would not go to the vote of the people every year.
Well, we would.
But you would have a public hearing with public input every year.
But would that be included in a budget hearing or separate?
It would be, you'd open the public hearing to specifically to talk about that particular issue.
Okay,
But it'd be part of the budget process.
part of the budget, right, okay.
Okay, so this is proposed ballot language, so I'm sure that it'll be on an agenda for us to approve the proposed ballot language.
Mrs. Christopher?
Councilman Bevis, right now, the city attorney has to submit it for approval it has to be approved at the state and the county levels. So it may change depending on what they say, so you will see it again.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I'm trying to understand what was said. If the people approve a 1 mil special assessment, they are opening the door to 1 mil to start maybe more, maybe less, up to 5.
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Mayor Pro Tem Martin, the ballot language says that annually the city council would determine the levy amount, and it would be between 0 and 5.
Okay.
So 1 year, city council may decide 0, 1 year you may decide 2, then you might go back to 1. So every year you would have the opportunity to move that dial between 0 and 5. At this time, we are proposing in the ballot language with 1 mil assessed in year 1. At year 2, you may say, we're gonna go back to 0. Or you may stick with 1. You could go anywhere between 0 and 5 on an annual basis.
Any other questions from council?
And of course, just for the public out there, the money can only be used for fire department and the things that the fire department does.
That is correct.
Anyone else? Thank you, Mrs. Gerstenberg.
Oh, for the, do you have more for the city manager report? Okay, well,
Go ahead.
can you give us an update on Gulfview, please?
Councilman Bembas, the Gulfview project is going well. They were hoping to pave a little bit earlier, but with all the rain that we had, the ground was saturated. So they were out there today working, and so things are going well.
No time frame.
I do not have a specific time frame right now, yeah. I mean, they are still on schedule, it just fluctuates a bit when you have a lot of wet weather like they did.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions for Mrs. Gerstenberg? Hearing none. We'll move on to the consent agenda. The consent agenda consists of the regular city council meeting minutes of August 15th, 2023. Can I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, moving on to new business. Item 11A is to approve property and liability insurance renewal for $61,137. After a bid process in 2021, Nickel and Staff was approved as the new insurance provider. The new proposed premium in Nickel and Staff is approximately 16% higher than last year, and due to many factors including increased property values, which increased property coverage of 10% and inland marine coverage increase of 1%. Insurance rates have also increased across the country because of catastrophic events around the world. This policy will be in effect for 1 year, from September 18th, 2023 through September 17th, 2024. Nickel and Staff is a well-respected agency who has served numerous public entity accounts throughout Michigan since 1929, largely due to the excellent service they provide. They currently service many surrounding communities in St. Clair County, including Marine City, Ira Township, and City of Marysville. Could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve property and liability insurance renewal from Nickel and Staff Incorporated, whose address is 44 Macomb Place, Mount Clemens, Michigan, 48043, for the period September 18th, 2023 to September 17th, 2024, in the amount of $61,137.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Bembas?
Yes.
Councilman Blair?
Yes.
Councilman Carter?
Yes.
Councilwoman Davies?
Yes.
Mayor Gillis?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 11B is to approve a Kroger mobile vaccination clinic. The Kroger Company of Michigan has asked to hold a mobile vaccination clinic in the City Hall Fire Department parking lot on Saturday, September 9th, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. There will be a mobile health trailer on site and an NASCAR Daytona 500 winner, Ricky Steinhaus Jr. race car. There is no cost to the city. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the request for the Kroger Company of Michigan to host a mobile vaccination clinic in the city hall/fire department parking lot on Saturday, September 9th, 2023 from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at no cost to the city, and direct the city manager to sign the agreement on behalf of the city.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns?
This is awesome.
I think it's great. Very cool. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 11C is to approve Gulfview Avenue Road and Water Main Replacement Pay Estimate 1 and Change Order 1 for $316,629.68 and $2,492 a decrease. On May 16, 2023, the City Council approved the bid of Gulfview Avenue Road and Water Main Replacement to the low bidder Brico Excavating in the amount of $796,685. This is the first partial payment of $316,629.68, which includes $351,810 in construction costs with $35,181.08 held returnage. Engineering consultant Hubble Roth & Clark has certified the list of quantities completed from July 11th to July 29th, 2023, as noted on the attached payment application. Change order 1 is also attached. The change order is for changing the gate valve in box 8 inches and well at 8 inch, which results in a decrease of cost of $2,492. Money for this construction project was budgeted for fiscal year 2023-2024. Could I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve pay estimate number 1 for Gulfview Avenue Road and Water Main Project to Brico Excavating Company, whose address is 21201 Meyer Road in Oak Park, Michigan, in the amount of $316,629.68, and the change order number 1 decrease in the amount of $2,492.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns?
Not often you get a decrease, so.
No.
That's pretty awesome.
That's very nice. Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Blair.
Yes?
Councilman Carter.
Yes.
Councilwoman Davy.
Yes.
Mayor Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Bevins.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 11D is to appoint a new city treasurer. After nearly 13 years, City Treasurer Linda Mackey announced her retirement effective August 31st, 2023. Treasurer Mackey has been training current utility billing clerk Lisa Bug to be her successor. Ms. Bug has been employed by the city since October 2020. Ms. Bug is a member of the Michigan Municipal Treasurers Association and has already completed 2 years of her 3-year treasurer certification program. She will be certified municipal treasurer upon completion of the 3-year program in May 2024. Ms. Bug will be attending the Michigan Municipal Treasurer Association's Fall Conference in September and the BSNA Conference in October. BSNA is the cloud-based computer system used by the City of Algonac for creating and managing all customer billing and work order information. Attached, we have Ms. Bug's resume. After a 60-day separation from the city, Linda Mackey will be available on a part-time basis to assist with transition. City Charter Section 4.6 states the office of clerk, treasurer, and assessor shall be filled by the appointment by the city council upon the recommendation of the city manager. Could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to support the recommendation of the city manager and appoint Alicia Bug, Algonac City Treasurer, effective September 1st, 2023.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns?
If I can make a comment?
Yes.
I don't know if, excuse me, Mayor, I can. I don't know if I said this last time, but I want to give a big round of applause for Linda Mackey for our years of service with the city. I believe we've been audited several times since I've been on the council and always passed with flying colors. So I just want to give a shout out to Linda Mackey and wish her well in her endeavors.
And if I could, I'd like to say you couldn't have been trained by anyone better.
That's, if we can't have Linda, I guess we get to have someone that was trained by Linda, so we're very lucky to have a succession plan.
If I could, I've known Alicia since she's gotten here, and every time I walk through, Alicia comes across as a very professional person. I've never seen her lollygagging in the office. She's always busy working. I appreciate her professional attitude towards me, no matter how much I give her a hard time or ask questions. I appreciate you and I appreciate what you stand for, and
glad that our postmaster's lollygagging during the day and you're not.
You know what, I was gonna go there and I didn't.
Well, I will.
Yeah, you know, you're on a roll tonight, Cory.
Well, I got 40 years, so if you're treasurer 40 years from now, you can lollygag.
Congratulations, Alicia.
Yeah. Well earned, well deserved.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions or comments?
No, I'd just like to say, thank you for being ready to move on to the next step, the position of treasurer. Not gonna be easy, but I think you're up to the task.
I agree. With that, can I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davies.
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes,
Motion carried.
Congratulations.
yes.
Thank you.
I have a question. So Alicia, regarding that, no, I'm.
See, I'm up here. to-
Not that she's hired, I'm gonna, you know.
See, I'm up here to give an introduction to
All right, now we're on to item 11E, to approve fire department testing of SCBA cylinders for $1,425. Self-contained breathing apparatus cylinders must be tested every 5 years. The self-contained breathing apparatus is a device worn by firefighters to provide breathable air in environments with oxygen deficiency, smoke, dangerous gases, and other airborne contaminants that may be otherwise dangerous for people to breathe. Elginak, Clay Township, and Marine City Fire Departments partnered together to have the testing performed by West Shore Fire as a result received a discounted rate. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve testing of the self-contained breathing apparatus that are known as the SCBA cylinders for the fire department by West Shore Fire, whose address is 6620 Lake Michigan Drive in Allendale, Michigan, at the amount of $1,425.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Davies,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes,
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
motion carried.
Item 11F is to approve the purchase of water service parts. We have an invoice for 15 curb boxes and 15 stainless steel rods that are used to shut off water and used in both new construction and existing water service lines in the amount of $1,310. Could I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve payment to Core and Main, whose address is 1830 Craig Park Court, St. Louis, Missouri, for water service parts in a total amount of $1,310.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
yes,
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davies.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next up, we are being asked to approve the purchase of fire department extraction equipment in the amount of $19,205. We have a quote from Michigan Rescue Resources LLC for the replacement of the 1993 extraction equipment on Fire Engine 1. Extraction equipment is used by the emergency personnel to assist the rescue of victims involved in vehicle accidents and other small spaces. The new equipment is portable and lighter in weight and interchangeable on both engines. $19,300 was budgeted for this purchase in the 2023-2024 capital plan. Can I have a motion, please?
make a motion to approve the fire department purchase of extrication equipment for engine 1 for Michigan Rescue Resource, whose address is 4298 Farrell Road in Hastings, Michigan, in the amount of $19,205, which comes in $95 cheaper than what we budgeted for. Just want to throw that out there.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns?
Comment, if I could?
Yes.
Mayor Gillis, I would like to send again, shout out to Chief Doan for making sure that our fire trucks and everything that you do to protect the city is always up to date, and you always have the best equipment to service the city. So I just want to say thank you.
Anyone else? Can I have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes,
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davies,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis.
Yes.
Motion
Next up, we're being asked to approve the fire department purchase of carbon monoxide gas detector for $3,480. We have a quote for RG611 detector and calibration apparatus for engine 2. This is the same detector as engine 1, and the equipment will be interchangeable on both engines. This equipment was budgeted for in the 2023-2024 budget. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve fire department purchase of carbon monoxide gas detector and calibration apparatus for engine 2 for Bascom Turner Instruments, whose address is 111 Downey Street, Norwood, in the amount of $3,480.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davy,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next up, we're being asked to approve water plant annual air compressor maintenance in the amount of $7,708. The water plant has 2 Quincy air compressors essential for plant operations and the production of filtered, purified water. Therefore, it is important to maintain a strict maintenance schedule biannually. We received 2 quotes, with BREHOP being the lowest. BREHOP is the authorized service provider for Quincy compressors in Michigan and our current maintenance provider. It is recommended that BREHOP continues the service based on the lowest quote, which is attached. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve water plant air compressor annual maintenance service biannually with Prehab, whose address is 1441 Combermere in Troy, in the amount of $7,708.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davy,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris. Yes. Mayor Pro Tem Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next up, we have to approve accounts payable and payroll in the amount of $3,988,577.08. I'm only saying the amount because Linda Mackey sure left us with a big one on the way out the door. So, could I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable and payroll in the amount of $3,988,577.08.
Support.
Say that.
Comments,
I
questions?
have a comment, and that is, people I hope realize that's a lot of shifting of tax money
Yeah.
to
I was gonna say,
just spending.
that's where we send our tax money to the county and
Yeah.
so. Any other comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davy,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Items for our next agenda. Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. We will have contract for the U.S. Coast Guard winter mooring, the Algonac High School homecoming parade, the wastewater authority agreements, boards and commissions appointments, a reappointment to the library. That's all right now.
Thank you. Council comments. Councilman Bembas.
Just wanna touch on a couple things here. Closed bank will be open Monday from 10 to 2. If your kids need, school clothes, come and get them. We got plenty of them. We don't so much need any women's clothes right now. We got enough, but we can use men's clothes and children's clothes. And I'll be sending a note out to the schools, just let all the parents know, but if you know somebody in need, please have them stop by. If anything, stop on by and have a cup of coffee and, keep us company while Amber does all the work. September 20th is the church dinner at First Lutheran Church, and they are having Brinner, breakfast for dinner, and, pancakes, what are they having? You tell me.
Pancakes, biscuits and gravy, hash browns, fresh fruit,
And quiche.
banana muffins,
banana muffins. So, who doesn't like, banana muffins? Stop on by and have a banana muffin. And Gail calls it egg casserole, but it's actually a quiche. Same thing.
Really?
Yeah, so, October 5th, get your tickets for Pierogi Fest, okay, before they're all gone. You get them from me, Diane Chizmuski, City Hall, that's always a good time. And then on October 21st, Halloween in the Knack, we're doing really, really well on getting sponsors and everything. We're gonna have more games this year than last year, so it keeps growing. And, there's also a place for people to be vendors, so let me know. We're looking for cosplayers, a whole little list of rules you gotta follow if you wanna do that, but I know people like getting dressed up. It's kinda like looking at Facebook and you see all the people who went to the Renaissance Festival. Come and do it here, just as much fun. Let me know, you know where to find me. And, with that, I think that's probably enough, and Mr. Blair is elbowing me, saying, come on, I gotta go ahead.
Oh, that's right.
I am not kicking you.
Yeah, there you go.
With those really cool
Not
shoes.
really to see.
Okay, that's it, Mr. Mayor.
Councilman Blair?
First off, I want to thank the council for the gratis. I got a shift change at work where it's mandatory that I'm on that shift for a year. So I have to leave my residence by 8 to get to work for my third shift, so thank you very much. Second off, Ms. Bond, welcome. Thank you so much for stepping into that role. We appreciate it, and like everybody else has concurred up here that you've been trained by somebody that's been with the city for many, many years, and I hope that you'll stay with us for as long as you can as well. Thank you. Amber George, congratulations.
And she left.
Well deserved from what Councilman Bembas says, not that I believe everything he says, but this one I will. So shout out to her as well. And I'm not going to talk because I'm on short notice here, so I'll just say goodnight. Thanks everybody for coming out.
Councilman Carter?
Congratulations to Amber, and it's well deserved, and congratulations to you too, Alyssa. You deserve it, you've worked hard, and we're glad to have you. I don't know everybody that got the chance to go to the back to school event 2 weeks ago. It was packed. It was over 300 backpacks given out to the community. It was all kinds of food and popcorn and just a great time. Last weekend, the Arts Festival and the car show were amazing, and just so great to see people crowding into our community. And be sure and be aware that we have our bump and run. There's 4 days of fun, including fireworks, a free movie, and just a great time to get in the community and have a good time.
Councilwoman Davey?
That was tough listening to you, everything for Amber, and just like, she's a good kid. I shouldn't say kid, she's 30 years old, but, she does what she can, and she loves it. She just does. And I'm just proud that she is one of those that doesn't think twice about it. She just does. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, and because he's the favorite council person, I don't take it personally, but Mike's the favorite. So if she was here, she would have said thank you again as well. Nice to see you. You'd be here all. Couldn't have had anybody better. Team trained you how to do this job, and we appreciate you and Linda. And that's all I got.
Councilwoman Harris?
No, thank you everybody for coming, and congratulations, Amber George, and to you too, congratulations, Alicia Bud, you're gonna do great. Thank you everyone that came to the Art Fair and the car show, it was fun, and the book run's coming up 14, 15, 16, 17. And Denise, if you could please look into, again, 139 Venetian Way, about prescriptive rights.
Sure.
I'd appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Martin?
Yeah, I also wanna thank Amber George for being the quality kind of young lady she is. She does a lot for other people. Melissa, good luck with the next step in your career. And Labor Day weekend was a beautiful weekend this year, and the art fair and the car show did well for our community. So I thank those people for their volunteerism.
All right. Well, I'd like to talk about the art fair. The art fair was absolutely fantastic. Councilwoman Davy, I saw you down there volunteering your time.
Harris.
Harris?
I didn't volunteer
You know what,
for anything
I had
this
it,
time.
you know what, I had it in my head, cause I was gonna thank Amber George, I was gonna talk about Amber George being in there, that's why.
See, that's
Councilwoman
it.
Harris, I apologize.
No, you're fine.
I had Amber George, I was picturing it.
I'm like,
Amber
wait a
George,
minute, I wasn't there.
Amber George was, running the Hot Wheels thing when Everett came up.
See, Alicia, what you're getting involved in?
So,
She went up there all by herself too, I was impressed.
Councilman Bemis, I saw you working the duck table, so thank you for that. It was I went there on Saturday and I have never seen so many people, I don't think ever, at the art fair. It was so busy, so it was an amazing day. I'd like to also congratulate Alicia, welcome aboard,
Thank you.
or not really welcome aboard, you just got moved up. Congratulations, congratulations to Amber. She is definitely a good kid. She's a good egg. When she puts that smile on your face, you know she needs it. Sturgeon Fest is going to be September 23rd at Clay Township Park. It's going to replace Scarecrow Fest. It's going to be all day. It's going to be just like Scarecrow Fest, but it's going to be centered around sturgeons. So the whole day, the consensus was there was so many Halloween events, they kind of wanted to move something earlier. So instead of make it take scarecrows, it's make it take sturgeons. But then later in the evening, and there's gonna be a beer tent with the Gobies playing, but all day long, it's gonna be a bunch of family activities. There's a flyer out there that's got like 30, 40 different things going on that day, so it's gonna be great fun. The last music in the park that was supposed to be held on August 25th has been postponed. I think 10/21, is that Halloween in the Neck? After Halloween in the Neck that day. 'Cause I know it was supposed to be, Cindy said after Halloween in the Neck, that's why I remember it. So that's what that will be. I don't think I have anything else, maybe we can make Mr. Blair late for work, but now, Mr. Blair needs to make a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. No, Mike, we're done.
Well, no, just for your sake, is there a way we can compromise? I know you've got tennis, you've got work, 6:30 meetings?
I
Quarter to seven?
did actually mention that for the next two meetings, if it's only next two meetings, as long as I'm out of here, like I said, by 8 o'clock, I'm okay. But,
And then
I
let
think,
him do his comment last, in case he's gotta, or first, in case he's gotta run.
Okay.
I don't care if he goes first.
I appreciate the council's understanding on that, and I don't know where Ray sits on it, but, as of right now, if the meetings only last 45, 50 minutes, I have no issues, but, and was it 3 meetings, right?
Yeah,
And then come,
this one and two more.
and then come summertime, you have to address that
And
again.
then in the spring.
Would 6:30, would something that would work for you if we had to make that change?
I just have to look and see if we have any tennis matches. That extends the time I'm
6:30 would be a perfect time, and I would be compromised with that. I would be able to compromise that without a problem. But thanks for bringing that up. I appreciate that. Sure.
I'll check.
Now I'll make a motion to adjourn.
No, support.
I was waiting for someone to
Thanks,
support it.
Kathy.
I don't know
motion
what's
and support?
happening in this room tonight, but.
I don't know either, Councilman
Yeah,
Harris, Councilman Harris.
Harris.
All right, all in favor to adjourn?
Aye. Yeah, we got lost.
I was picturing Amber George at the art fair.